Good morning, class 11th Commerce, subject Economics, chapter number 5, presentation of data, lecture number 2. In this lecture, we'll discuss about guidelines for the construction of a table, or you can say the features of a good table. So let's begin. Question can be asked in two ways. That what are the guidelines for the construction of a table? Secondly, features of a good table. So both questions are same. First is title as compatible with the objective of the study. That means title of a table must be provided at the top center of the table. We did in the previous lecture the components of a table, and there we discussed the title. So here point number 1 is telling you that the title should match the objective of the study. It should not be there that the objective of your study is different and title is not supporting your objective. So they both must be compatible with each other, and it should not be like that your title is not representing the objective, and even you are not sure about the objective of your study. You must have a clear idea about the objective of your statistical studies. Secondly, you should give the title appropriately. Second is comparison. It should be kept in mind. Okay, just let's move the previous slide. Okay, see, second point is comparison. It should be kept in mind that the items which are to be compared with each other are placed in columns or rows close to each other. This facilitates comparison. It should not be like that the two items which you want to compare, first item is placed in first column and second item is placed in the fourth column. It should not be like that. So if you want to draw the comparison between the items, so those items should be placed close to each other. Whether you are placing in rows or columns, that's up to you, but those items should be placed close to each other. Fine. So drawing or the construction of table depends upon the wisdom of statistician. Clear? There is no hard and fast rule for the construction of table, but some guidelines you need to keep in mind. First was the title should match the objective. Second was comparison. Third is special emphasis. Okay. Some items in the table may need special emphasis. Such items should be placed in the head row or top above the head column or extremely left head columns. Moreover, such items be presented in bold figures. We did this in the last lecture. We discussed that the headings of columns are known as captions and heading of the rows are known as stubs. So they are saying that special emphasis, if you are giving special emphasis to any caption, any item, any stub, any row, so that item should be presented in a bold figure. Fine. Either you make that point and you can underline that point, you can make that point look attractive. So there should be a different emphasis should be drawn on particular point. Fine. Then ideal size. Table must be of ideal size. To determine an ideal size of a table, rough draft or a blueprint or a sketch must be drawn. Fine. So before presenting the final picture of the table, you need to prepare a blueprint or a rough draft. So this rough draft will give you an idea as to how many rows, how many columns should be drawn for the presentation of data. Clear? Fifth point is stubs. Now what are stubs? Stubs are the row headings. So if rows are very long, stubs may be given at the right hand side of the table also. You can give the stubs on the left hand side. If the rows are very long, you can give on the right hand side. This depends upon you. Fine. So I told you earlier that it depends upon this knowledge and the wisdom of statistician, that how he is presenting the table. Fine. But these are certain guidelines, certain points you need to keep in mind. Sixth point is use of zeros. Zero should be used only to indicate the quantity of variable. It should not be used to indicate the non-availability of data. For example, आपके पास किसी particular year का data available नहीं है, तो आप वहाँ पर zero mention नहीं करेंगे. Either you will do this slash का साइन लगा देंगे, माइनस का साइन लगा देंगे वहाँ पर, ठीक है, वहाँ पर, या फिर you will write NA, but you will not write zero if the data is not available of a particular year or a particular unit. Then headings. Headings should generally be written in the singular form. For example, in the columns indicating goods, the word good should be used. That means headings में आप जितना हो सके plural words को avoid करेंगे, and आपकी headings ना बहुत बड़ी बड़ी नहीं होनी चाहिए. That should be cut to the point. Then 8th point is abbreviations. Abbreviations mean short forms. So use of abbreviations should be avoided in the headings or the subheadings of the table, because headings और subheadings तो आपको पूरी clear देनी है, ठीक है. Short forms of the words such as government, monetary policy should not be used. Also the sign as ditto. For example, हमने कोई table बनाई है तो जो ऊपर से digits आ रही है नीचे भी वही digit है, and you are not writing the digits, you have just written ditto. So you will not write such words in your table. Then it is footnote. Footnote should be given only if needed. However, if footnote is to be given, it must bear some mark. जैसे आपने स्टार का साइन लगा दिया फुटनोट देते टाइम, ठीक है. Then units. Units used must be specified above the column. जैसे हम लिखते थे ना कि 000 tons, 000 hectares. That means 000 stands for 1000. ठीक है, तो हम कॉर्नर में जाके ये लिखते थे और इसको क्या बोलते हैं? What is that known as? Yes, उसको हम बोलते हैं हेड नोट्स. टेबल में क्या बोलते हैं? हेड नोट्स. तो जो आपके हेड नोट्स हैं वो आपकी यूनिट्स को रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे. जो हम टेबल के कॉर्नर में ब्रैकेट में लिख देते थे ना कि इन थाउजेंड्स, इन लैक्स, इन हेक्टेयर्स, तो दे आर टेलिंग यू अबाउट द सेम थिंग, दैट यूनिट्स शुड मस्ट बी स्पेसिफाइड above the columns. If figures are very large, units may be noted in the form of 1000 hectare or 1000 tons. Then total. In the table, subtotal of the item must be given at the end of each row. Grand total of the item should also be noted. So आप अगर कुछ भी टेबल बना रहे हो उसमें कुछ भी नंबर्स हैं, at the end you will write total. चाहे मार्क्स का टोटल है, वेट का टोटल है, हाइट का टोटल है, प्रोडक्शन का टोटल है, so at the end you will just write total और आप उनका टोटल दिखाएंगे. Then you have percentage and ratio. Percentage figure should be provided in the table if possible. This makes the data more informative. So this will clearly show that whether 70% of the population is below poverty or 30% of the population below poverty or 40% of the population is suffering from unemployment. So these kind of data, if possible, you can provide in your table because it makes your table look attractive and informative. If we present the data in form of such percentage and ratio, so it increases the worth of our table. Fine. So being a student of statistics, you need to follow certain guidelines for constructing a good table. First we did title, compatible with the objective of the study. Second was comparison, special emphasis, ideal size, stubs, use of zeros, headings, abbreviations, footnote, units, total and percentage and ratio. Actually they are total 17 in number, okay, but your question in exams maximum marks your question will carry, that will be of 6 marks. So you prepare your answer according to that 6 marks only. Fine. So we did total. At the end in the table, subtotal of the item must be given. Fine. At the end of each row or at the end of each column. Fine. So grand total of the items must be noted because it's easy to draw the conclusion. It's easy to analyze the table, to analyze the statistical information. Now come to 13 point, extent of approximation. Now what is this point? If some approximate figures have been used in the table, the extent of approximation must be noted. This may be indicated at the top of the table as a part of head note or at the foot of the table as a part of footnote. अगर आप कोई approximation use कर रहे हो, ठीक है? Then source of data. Source of data must be noted. See, we did in the last lecture also that source of data means from where you have collected the data, and that source of data will be written below footnote. Clear? Then size of columns. Size of columns must be symmetrical. It should be uniform. It's not like that एक column में you are writing 4 items, in other columns you are writing 7 items, in other columns you are just writing 2 items. It should not be like that. For each and every column, size of each column must be uniform and symmetrical. Number of units which you have written in one column should be same as number of units you have written in the second column or third column or fourth column. Fine. Secondly, if any data is missing or you cannot find that data, so write NA or use the hash sign, dash का sign लगा दो, minus का sign लगा दो, but do not write 0 there. Fine, do not write 0 there. So this was the point that if you have not got the particular data about any year or for any production unit, so you will not write 0 there, you will use the sign of minus or you will write NA. Clear? Source of data must be noted at the foot of the table. It is generally noted next to the footnote. And what is the source of data? Source of data tells you that from where you have collected the particular data. Okay. Next point number 16, ruling of columns. Columns may be divided into different sections according to similarities of data. So आप कॉलम्स को अलग अलग सेक्शंस में डिवाइड कर सकते हो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप ऐसे भी कॉलम्स बना सकते हो कि आपने एक कॉलम बनाया, उसके सब कॉलम्स बना दिए. फाइन, सब कॉलम्स में हमने 11th 12th कॉमर्स को लिखा, फिर एक दूसरा कॉलम बनाया B, उसके सब कॉलम्स बनाए, उसमें हमने 11 और 12th साइंस को रखा. तो हमने कुछ सिमिलैरिटीज के बेसिस पर कॉलम्स को भी डिवाइड कर दिया. क्लियर? कि कॉमर्स को हमने एक तरफ रख दिया और वी हैव केप्ट साइंस सेक्शन ऑफ 11th एंड 12th इन द डिफरेंट कॉलम. क्लियर? 17th point is simple, economical and attractive. Your table should not be complex, it should be simple. It should be attractive and economical to in space. Now see, you will not use technical jargons. Technical jargons means ऐसी language आप use नहीं करेंगे which is not understood by the people. Fine. Suppose you are a commerce student, you are a statistics student. So you may write some of the words which are understood only by the statistics student only. So don't write such words. Your table should be कि if any other student or any other student of different streams would look at that table, he can also have the clear idea that what the table is talking about. So never use the complex words, Never use the complex figures. Keep your table simple, attractive, and economical. It should not be like that that you have constructed a table, you have collected the data, and you have spent the thousands and lakhs of rupees on that particular construction of the table. It should not be like that. It should be economical in terms of money as well as in terms of time. There are, when you will realize that there are certain things which takes time, it's okay, but that your table should be economical, it should be attractive and easily understood. So your homework is, you will write any 6 features of good table that we have discussed in our lecture, but you will learn all the 6 features and you will write all the 6 features of a good table in your fair notebook. Thank you.